Test. 1, 2.
Testing.
Alright, we're live. What's going on?
Not much, dude. It's been about 2 weeks.
Yeah, just about. It's been a crazy 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Got our first podcast officially released, though.
Yes, sir.
Pretty cool. It's doing better than I expected so far.
Honestly, me too.
Yeah, we got, I've been getting nothing but good reviews on it.
Same
good
here.
feedback. We're already up to 40 listeners, which doesn't seem
crazy.
like a lot, but, considering it's the first thing we ever put out, that's not bad.
Yeah,
It's only been out for a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, not even like 2 weeks, probably.
Yeah. Like a week and a half, roughly.
Yeah, but whenever I release, YouTube videos and stuff, like when I game sometimes, shit, dude, I'd be happy to have 40 viewers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
so it's
sure.
like, that's cool.
Yeah, it's
There's
real
40
cool.
people out there that clicked on our link and were like,
And
let's see
listen
what these
to the
fuckers
whole
are all
thing,
about.
start to finish, because it doesn't give us the listen unless they listen to the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Because you can't, so on Spotify, you can't even rate it until you listen to the whole thing. Like, you can't give it a star rating.
That's
unless
crazy.
You listen to it, yeah.
40 people listen to our whole podcast?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Wow.
I imagine more probably listen to, like, a little bit of it or whatever.
Right.
I would assume.
That's cool, though, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty dope. I think it went really well. I liked that one.
Tell me about the part about drill this past weekend that you hated the most.
Oh, jeez. I don't actually want to talk about drill all that much. I'll get into it a little bit, though.
Okay. We don't have to. We don't have to.
Because it's fine. I don't like talking about work. Like, when I'm not in a work environment, I prefer to cut it off. You know?
Yeah.
I don't like bringing work home with me. But no, I can. It's part of my life. I can talk about it on here. It's so this one was Thursday through Sunday. 4 days, we were sleeping out in the field every single day. It was tough. So last night was the first shower I took since Wednesday.
Wow. And it's Monday.
Yep. Because I got back last night. What else? Before last night, because I made sure I got good sleep last night. I'm still catching up on it, which is why I'm so fucking tired right now. But, before last night, my sleep last night, I got probably a total of like maybe 10 hours of sleep, 8 to 10 hours of sleep for that whole 4 days.
Really?
It was rough, dude.
Damn.
It was real
tough.
rough.
Do you sleep in a tent or anything?
Nope. I just, I have my...
Ass to grass?
Like, it's called a sleeping system. It's like 3 kind of... it's actually pretty cool. They work really well. They're designed to keep you warm, even if you were like under 2 feet of snow, you would still be warm in them. It's pretty cool. It's really simple, but it's really just the fabric that they're made out of. It's 3 different parts to it. There's one sleeping bag that's like the more fluffy, like comfortable one that goes inside. And then there's a temperature controlling bag that goes in the middle. And then the outside one is like a fully like weatherproof, rainproof, bugproof kind of thing that goes on the outside.
That's pretty cool.
And you're basically supposed to get butt naked and get into it, and like you can sleep in the dead of winter, and the warmth that your body puts out just gets trapped in there and it keeps you warm.
So were all of you guys just getting naked?
I didn't get naked. I didn't need to.
But there was a few people that were getting naked and just hopping in there?
I wasn't in their sleeping bag with them, so I don't know. Probably, I don't know, maybe. A couple nights it did get real cold, but...
Damn, dude, I feel bad for you. That sucks.
It was tough, dude.
Yeah.
It's always tough. And
10 hours of sleep for that whole thing?
Yeah, and then
Damn.
they took pretty much all of our leadership from us because they all went on this mission thing. I don't want to get too far into it.
That's fine.
But, yeah, basically I'm the only one that they have to put in charge, and I'm not I have the rank, but I don't have the leadership experience that anyone else has. So it's this weekend went really well, a lot better than I was expecting, but it's tough, dude, because I don't know what I'm learning on the fly. And I'm running this whole thing. And this past weekend I had to do it for 4 days. Next month is my AT. So I have to do what we did but for like 16 days.
Yeah. Oh,
Still running the whole thing. That's
you're still
crazy,
gonna be
dude.
running the whole
Yeah.
thing? Oh
Until
my. Is there a...
after my AT is when we get all our people back. So after that, it's smooth sailing, and I only have like a couple months left, and then I'm out.
That's what's up. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Serving your time.
I'm just trying to hold on to that. Just trying to think about that.
You
Think about
got
the
it, bro.
positives. Yep.
Is there a pay increase from where you were to Sarge?
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's the National Guard, so it's
Right.
still I get active duty pay, but which is good. But the only difference is I only get like maybe 2 to 4 days of active duty pay. You know, because I'm in the National Guard. Those are the only days I work, so I just get paid for the days that I work.
Right.
But yeah, it's tough, man. I'm excited to get out. I definitely don't. A question I get a lot is like if I regret joining.
I feel like by right now you probably don't. I feel
No, I feel like I regret joining when I'm like in the heat of like the terrible shit, like the sleeping outside stuff, and
yeah.
we did a 5 mile ruck march with our rucksacks on our backs.
Oh man.
Every night we had to pull security with our M4s, which stuff like that is the fun part. Like they give us blanks and stuff, and they have people like simulate attacks, and we have
Okay.
to like play it out right.
That's kind of cool.
But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't really like trash talking it that much. Like I'm excited to get out, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but I definitely learned some really good skills from it.
You learn really good skills from it, and I mean, that's good experience just to have
Yeah,
under your
for
belt.
sure.
Just to say, dude, I was in the National Guard
Yeah,
for
it's
like,
really good to put on the resume.
how was it? 5 years? 6?
November will be 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, you just be like, dude, I was a sergeant for.
Yeah.
I mean, I ended as a sergeant at least. You know.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is cool.
Not a lot of people can say that, and I think you're a trooper for that, bro. For real.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy, but yeah, it's a really good experience. And it's like, even my higher ups, I was talking to them this past weekend because they're trying to lay out like a plan for me and everything because they know I'm brand new and like I need all the help I can get. So I was like sitting with them trying to plan stuff out, and they were like, "Look, man, it's gonna be tough, but you did great this weekend, and I think you're gonna do great next weekend. It's pretty much the same thing. You just have more time to do it." But yeah, they were telling me like you don't realize how rare of a situation you've been put in. Like I literally just became a sergeant 3 months ago,
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
now
say, dude,
I'm running the entire fucking thing right now.
that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty crazy.
so with that being that rare of a position, would there be an opportunity for you to advance even sooner than some people would in a sergeant
Yeah,
position?
no. If I re-enlisted with what I'm doing right now on my army resume, that looks very good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Like if I re-enlisted after me doing this stuff, I would be cruising through promotions.
You'd be cruising through life too, for real.
Yeah.
At that point.
It's just not worth it to me. To be totally honest, I did my time. I'm ready to get out, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, shit, there's a lot of people that just go on with the military life their whole life.
And like, I mean, it's another reason that I don't like, talking shit about the military, because I mean, some people it kind of screws over just because of like dumb paperwork stuff, and there's a lot of loopholes and things that you got to work around, but
Yeah.
for the majority, like if you're in the military and you stay in for the full like 20 years or whatever, like you're set. They take care of you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just hard fucking work.
Yeah, man. Working for the man himself,
Yep.
Mr. Biden.
Absolutely. He's my boss. That's crazy. Commander-in-chief.
Yes, sir.
Highest rank of the military. And he just fell off a bicycle.
Dude, that video made me laugh my ass off.
That was great.
What
Did you see the
Go ahead. What?
did you see the picture that they caught of him reading a cue card? He was like doing some sort of press thing or whatever, and he was holding a piece of paper and he accidentally had it backwards. And like you could
say
zoom
what he
in
wants
on
to
it,
say or
and it
whatever?
was literally like, you will walk forward, you will sit down in the chair, you will shake this person's head. Like it was mapping out his like step for step movements for him.
That is sus.
fucking weird, dude.
Ugh, I don't like that.
Even he's being controlled. That's some Illuminati shit.
I mean, I don't doubt that he's being controlled, to be honest.
That's wild. It's really sad to
Yeah.
be like totally honest, cuz like I'm not a Trump or Biden like hater or supporter. Like I'm one of the least political people you'll ever meet. Like I just don't like involving myself with that. I feel like it stresses people out too much. But
Definitely.
if you just look at it objectively, whether you like or dislike Joe Biden, I feel like it's obvious that he's not really doing well. Like
Yeah.
his health isn't all there. His brain's definitely not all there. I feel like it was kind of, I don't know. I feel like it was kind of fucked up for people to push him into the spot. But I understand trying to get rid of Trump too.
I think it's just because of his name, dude. His name has a lot
Yeah,
of.
for sure.
I mean,
It's got a
Biden,
lot of
you
hype
know?
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks that that's how that all works. You get lobbyists to help you fundraise,
Yeah.
all that stuff. That
Yeah,
shit
it's
is
all
just,
the inner workings of it is so
oh
ridiculous.
man, campaigning like
Yeah, these giant multi-billion-dollar corporations just donating unlimited money to these people for population brainwashing, basically.
yeah, and that happens outside of campaigning for presidency as well,
Yeah.
which really blows my mind. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you need to not support Pride Month or something,
Right.
because it's against company
Right.
values or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Didn't Chick-fil-A get in a lot of trouble for something? I don't actually know exactly what happened with Chick-fil-A.
I'm
All I know is people call them homophobic.
I've also heard that. I'm
But I
not.
always kind of thought it was just because they're not open on Sunday. They're like a Christian company or whatever. So
Right.
people just kind of pin that on them, which I feel like isn't fair. But I also could be missing an event that happened that made that.
If there's not an event that happened and they're just being called homophobic, that would suck.
Yeah, because if that's the case, then that
Yeah.
coffee shop that I like, Artisan Coffee, then they're homophobic too. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But
I like
again,
Artisan. I've been wanting
yeah.
to go there recently.
I love that place. It's a
Yeah.
little pricey, but their stuff's really good.
Yeah, I remember I had a nice chocolate chip muffin from there one time.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yep, their
Dude.
espresso's banging.
I seen a clip of Joe Rogan talking about how afraid he is of grizzly bears and stuff. It was so funny. He was like, just imagine a grizzly bear like running around. Like, imagine if they were extremely rare and you
Yeah.
only heard about them whenever they killed something, and it's like those things are fucking everywhere. He did a
Yeah.
grizzly bear impression, dude. It had me rolling. It was so funny.
That's funny. Joe
can't-
Rogan's his animal impressions are hilarious.
Dude,
That-
he's
that
just
video of him-
hilarious.
That video of him talking about the chimps, where he's like, big fucking square face testosterone machine running right at you, and he's like, oh, just screaming. It's hilarious, dude.
Damn.
Do you want to hear my favorite knock knock joke?
Yes.
All right, say knock knock.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
I didn't think that far.
That's the point.
Cisco.
No, that's the joke.
Oh,
You didn't know what was happening. Fucking got
like
your
that.
dumbass.
it worked.
Thanks, bro. Oh, what did you do this weekend? Anything fun?
No, nothing.
Oh, you were just moving, right?
literally all weekend. I got off work Saturday, dude, at like 11:30 a.m. and was moving stuff till like 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
And then went to Jesse's house after that. Had a fire for his brother's graduation.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get together pretty
That's fun.
much. Yeah. Jesse was like showing me his gun and shit, and I was just over there getting hard pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool.
It was a good time.
Moving sucks. I'm gonna have to fucking do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this house situation is horrible, dude.
House situations are always horrible.
Yeah. I don't know. Usually I like moving, but I've just done it so fucking much in these past like couple years. It's draining.
Yeah, dude. Moving the gym like this time was
Oh
a
yeah,
bitch.
I bet.
There was more
Oh yeah,
equipment
you guys
too,
had a lot
dude.
more stuff in
Oh
there.
man. It was a bitch. It was crazy. I
Yeah.
would like go downstairs to grab like 2 dumbbells at a time. I'd pick the lightest ones first and just
You guys are just getting fucking shredded while moving.
Yeah, dude, this happened Friday morning probably much, and pretty much,
Mm.
and my forearms are still like dead.
Yeah, that's
It
crazy.
took 6 of us to lift our freezer that we had outside because it had a whole bunch of
Wow.
ice blocks
Oh
in it and
yeah.
stuff. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, but hey, we're almost out of there, and I got a bigger room, so
Hell yeah.
fuck it.
That's dope. Yeah, I'm so with this house situation, Maggie and I are moving back in with my parents just until we like find another place, someplace preferably to buy
You
cuz
said with your parents?
yeah, cuz
Both of
they
you guys, yeah?
yeah, they have that awesome new
Oh,
house.
yeah.
So, I'm getting pretty much getting two of their spare bedrooms to myself. I'm going to be paying them rent. One of them's going to be the bedroom and one's going to be like an office podcast room or whatever.
Yeah, dude. That's
Hell
nice.
yeah. Yeah, it's going to be cool.
I feel
Would have
like
been nice to have just stayed here, but we got screwed on that.
I almost feel like those kind of things happen for a reason, though.
Yeah,
Like,
I
some of
agree.
the things you want the most in life, like, you really just can't get sometimes. Like, life just kind
Yeah.
of screws you over like
Yeah.
that, man.
That's what I was talking to her about with the whole situation because we're both pretty beat up about it. We're just
Yeah.
trying to look at things positively and
I'd assume, man. This
I
house is
mean,
nice. I like the area.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
nice,
beautiful
but
home.
one thing I mentioned to her was the I won't give too many details, but basically the house was in like a few different names after the person who used to live here passed away, and a relative like they all kind of talked together and agreed, hey, let's give Maggie the house. She'll just pay whatever's left, owed on it, and she can have it.
Yeah.
So
Maggie is
I was
Ethan's girlfriend, for anyone who doesn't know.
yeah. So I was we were trying to fix the thing up, getting moved in here, and we almost got the whole thing fixed up and fully moved in, and then one of the people who originally agreed went back and changed their mind, like literally last minute. It was like the last piece of paper we needed them to sign, and they just said, "Oh, never mind. I want to sell it now." So
That sucks, man.
kind of screwed us, but
Yeah.
it's all just how you look at it, because
Yeah.
obviously the people we were working with weren't very trustworthy people in the first place, and if we live here, they would know where we live, which is something I didn't think about. So,
Okay.
it just depends on how you look at it. There's ways
Yeah.
you can look at it where it's a positive thing.
Yeah,
If
for
they're
sure.
the kind of person who would do something like this to us, then I probably don't want to be living somewhere where they know where I live.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
just shitty people out there, man. You always run into them.
That's what makes me want to get a gun, dude.
Yeah.
Like, really bad, actually. I wasn't, to be honest, I don't even know how I feel about guns. I love them, though. Like, I would definitely get a handgun or
Yeah.
shotgun from home defense, but,
So
like,
my whole thing about guns, I don't really like calling myself a gun supporter or a gun non-supporter or whatever, because that's like everything. I kind of sit in the middle and just lean left or right depending on what the issue is or depending on what happened.
yeah.
I just my main stance on guns is I really wish they weren't necessary. Like if we could ban the production of guns so that nobody on earth ever had a gun again, including militaries, that'd be ideal, obviously, because that'd be a step in the direction of world peace. If nobody had a gun, then great, but since there are guns, criminals will have them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a gun.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to hope to God I don't have to use it, but I feel a hell of a lot better having a gun, not using it, than not having a gun and maybe having to use it.
And I've kind of been torn on like the whole like an AR or something
Yeah.
like that. And this dude was pretty much giving an argument like, if I had to choose one weapon to protect my home from intruders and I know they're coming or something, like, I'm gonna pick my AR that I've had for this long. I'm this
Yeah.
experienced with it.
I mean,
it
that
works
was-
the best.
Yeah, that was something I was going to say. If you've ever, had training with an
Right.
AR or a carbine, is what it's technically called,
Oh.
then just me having 6 years of military experience, the only things I've really shot are, M4s and M16s. And they're pretty damn close to an AR, like an AR-15, except AR-15s obviously are single fire. They're not semi-automatic, or they're not, burst or fully automatic.
Hmm.
I mean, if you have ever had any kind of training with those kinds of guns, you would know how fucking reliable they are.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying, dude. I feel like if you're able to get that gun and like you're thinking about your family, you're moving into a shitty
hmm
neighborhood, like I mean shit, I'd get a few guns,
yeah,
to be honest.
yeah. Did you hear about Ohio's new gun law, the concealed carry law?
Without a
Yeah, you don't need a
without a
permit
CCW
anymore.
or
You can
whatever.
just fucking conceal carry wherever.
That's insane.
It is
So
insane.
like can you buy like a pistol without any kind of permit and just conceal it wherever?
You,
Or do you have to
I
have a
don't think you
permit
need
to
a
purchase
permit,
it?
especially not anymore. The only real permit you ever needed is if you were concealed carrying it. You would need a concealed carry permit. But now you don't need that. But you do an extensive background check when you buy a gun. But that's where the laws get a little weird.
Yeah.
And this is what people don't like, including myself, is that you can be gifted a gun. And that's a workaround for it.
Oh, outside of
Technically,
background checks.
yeah, technically, a 7-year-old kid is allowed to legally own an AR-15 if it was gifted to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of insane.
Yeah, it is pretty insane. And it's the same thing with handguns, except you have to be 21 to purchase a handgun, but you can be 18 and be gifted a handgun and legally own it.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That is a weird workaround. You could just
Yeah.
have someone buy it for you.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of
Wow.
workarounds. I mean, but guns are what America is basically founded on. You know, we've always
Yeah.
been. I mean, America's or the United States of America's name has always kind of been based around how strong our military's always been.
Definitely.
You know,
Yeah.
we're a powerhouse. That's our thing.
I seen this so
China's
with
thing is technology. Our thing is war. We're good at it.
we've been good at war for shit since we left Britain,
Back
pretty
to
much.
back champs, bitches.
That's crazy.
Come at us.
Yeah, like over 2 centuries. What? We're kind of the shit.
We're kind of the shit, bro. You can't deny it.
Yeah.
That's why I get pissed when people say America sucks. Is like, fuck. Are you typing
No
that
one's
from
horsing
your
us. No
are
one's
you-
horsing America.
right?
Yeah.
And like, are you typing that to someone through your iPhone that was made through child slave labor? Like, what are we really complaining about? You know,
Yeah, dude. We do have it.
we have it
fucking
way too
made.
easy.
We have it made for us.
Yeah.
The only
There's
thing,
definitely problems. Like, you
Yeah.
can't get around that. Like,
Mhm.
we have a serious gun problem. Like, we have shootings. We have more shootings than anybody, and that's a fucked up thing. We need to
Yeah.
fix that shit. But also, we're at the point right now where, unfortunately, you kind of just gotta accept you can't ban guns. Because if you ban guns, then only criminals have guns.
Yeah. Dude, I seen something crazy. I seen this senator. I forget what state he represents, but he's a senator nonetheless in the United States. He was saying with this whole Roe versus Wade, he was like, "Great, now we can do Plessy versus Ferguson next, and then like Brown versus Board of Education,
Yeah.
which those were like segregation rulings pretty much that they want to overrule. The whole like separate but equal, I think, was the Plessy versus Ferguson,
Yeah.
and he's just openly saying that on Twitter. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's kind of nuts. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why would anyone really
Even if
say
it
that?
even if it was a joke, that's not really like
Yeah,
I don't want to say it's not something you joke about because I mean, you know me, I'm a firm believer in that. You know, you can make anything funny. You just got to say it to the right people. But regardless, you said that was a senator?
yeah, a U.S. senator.
He's not a fucking comedian. Stick with your job.
Yeah,
Like you shouldn't be making jokes in the first place.
I
if
mean,
that was a
maybe he
joke.
wasn't making a joke though, too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
equally worse no matter what.
That's like scary almost that he's not scared to not post. He's
Yeah.
not scared, yeah, to not post that.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
Yeah,
It's definitely tough. We just gotta. Honestly, my only real solution to any of this shit is just we kind of just gotta wait it out until all these old fucks in office die.
yeah. I mean, there's really nothing we can do.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, what the fuck is voting gonna do, bro? Honestly,
I
Like,
mean,
I honestly don't believe in voting. I don't think I think that shit is just rigged, bro.
so I don't know. It's tough because you really don't know 100% if it's rigged or not. There's really no way for us to tell. But I just think about on the off chance that it's not rigged, it's the least you can do.
I
You
mean,
know,
yeah,
I mean,
I'll go out and vote.
what more can you do? You know?
I'll go out and vote, but I won't believe my vote really mattered,
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because
Yeah,
I mean the electoral college still kind of determines everything, but at least we still have that vote that gets posted up everywhere, so America can at least see what we voted on.
yeah. I seen a whole bunch of videos of like recently cops beating the shit out of females and stuff for like
What?
protesting. Yeah, dude, for the Roe vs. Wade and whatnot. Like I seen
Damn,
videos of cops like beating the shit out of girls with batons and like pushing them.
that's tough. I kind of
Even
want to change the
Washington.
subject, bro. I don't want to talk about this kind of shit.
Okay,
I know,
well,
I know it's like super huge right now, but I kind of want this podcast to be somewhere people can go to get away from that shit, to not have to think about that negative shit. You
yeah.
know?
I mean, it is everywhere.
It is everywhere.
Yeah.
I want to, I don't know. I feel bad not talking about it. I
All right,
just
you know
think,
what? No, fuck it. It's okay. I get
yeah,
it.
yeah. Let's just move
It's
on,
kind of like
cause
it's kind of like talking about anything that's been toxic to your life at all. I mean, you don't
yeah,
really want to talk about it because it makes you feel some kind of way.
yeah, for
So I
sure.
can
And
understand.
I mean that stuff is good to talk about, but you know, like I said, I don't want this podcast to be the typical oh America's
Fucking,
fucked kind of the world is fucked kind of podcast. I want to,
I love it.
I want to have fun topics and have stuff to talk about to take people's mind away from the negative bullshit. Because what can you really do? You know?
Yeah, and we're here living. We're having a good time having
Yep.
this podcast. I feel
Absolutely.
like we're making the best of this shitty world so far. So
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yep.
I seen Mike Tyson had his own brand of weed gummies that were.
Yeah, they're in the shape of the ear with the
Yeah,
bite
dude.
taken out.
I
That's
was
so
like,
funny.
what?
That shit was
If he
hilarious.
never would have bit that dude's ear off, like he would have never had ear gummies that were THC.
Yeah,
Like that's actually crazy
it is crazy. Yeah,
how
that's
that worked
so
out.
fucking funny. Like when Mitch actually told me about that. He
Did
was
he
like, "Bro,
really?
did you see Mike Tyson's gummies?" And I immediately Googled it. I was like, "No way, this is real." That's so hilarious. Good for him, dude.
Yeah,
Going down different avenues.
he's eating
That's
up,
fucking
man.
sick.
Honestly, if I had
Absolutely.
it my way, like so, something that I was really interested in like studying, but
Hmm.
I didn't go through with it because it just seemed kind of outrageous to me. So I wanted to like, I thought it'd be cool to get like my medical license to like
Really?
to grow or something,
Oh yeah.
and like possibly help people based
Hmm.
on like what I grow or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Like in an
dude,
actual medical kind of way
yeah,
that
in a
like
medical,
actually benefits
exactly,
the
yeah.
economy and shit like that.
But like I seen how much it is. So like I'll give you an example. So a liquor license per year in Ohio, I think it is like 2 to 5 grand probably
Okay.
just to be able to sell. And so I looked at the thing for medical marijuana pretty much, and a license to sell that in Ohio is per year 50,000.
Holy shit.
That's without fucking like getting your warehouse, getting all the
Right. That's
equipment
just
you
with the
need.
permit
Yeah,
to sell it.
just a permit to sell it.
Damn.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
to be fair,
Kind of broke my heart when I
to
found
be
that out.
fair, once that industry starts going off, it's gonna fucking go off.
Yeah, I
Like these
know.
beginning companies that are getting into that, once this shit's like federally legalized, they're that's gonna be pocket change to them. That 50 grand a year.
I really almost went to this school in Cleveland to like
Yeah,
learn
yeah, I
all
heard
about
about that
that.
school.
Bro, I really wanted to do it to be honest, but I just felt like I just really felt like I might have wasted my money if I would have
Yeah,
done it. Just because I mean, I don't where the fuck am I gonna get $50,000 to get a
right.
license,
Yeah,
dude?
that's tough.
I'm not about to try to get a loan for it to possibly not work out. Like I
Yeah,
get everything's built off risk, but I'd rather try to get a fucking liquor license.
right. Especially if you're getting a whole loan just to get a license for one
Yeah,
year, that'd be tough. Because then you'd have to
extremely.
pay off that loan in a year to make it make sense.
Yeah. It's it's crazy. But
Yeah.
hey, if I had to choose, like if I guess if it was more of a reasonable option for me, I would have been did that.
Oh yeah,
And
100%.
yeah, because I literally I had an appointment with the school and everything, got all the financial stuff figured out, and then I looked into like possible futures into
Right.
what I was going to
So
study.
you were actually like taking the first steps for
Yeah,
this.
dude,
I didn't know
I
that.
went to the
I knew you
school.
were interested, but
Yeah, I had like 2 appointments with the school pretty much, and
wow.
I was trying to figure out what the loans were and stuff to
Yeah.
like help me pay for it and whatnot.
Huh.
And one of the big things that kind of held me back is that it's not a nationally accredited school. So like
Right.
even if you get a degree, you're not technically certified nationally.
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's shitty.
yeah,
All
it really sucks.
all the weed laws right now, I mean, similar to gun laws, it's all just so wishy-washy. They pretty much just alternate it based on how they want things run, like
Yeah.
based on how they want money feeding into their pockets. That's part of that $50,000 license that you need. That's part of that weed tax that they're trying to come up with, you know?
Yeah, man.
It's
It is what
wild.
it is, but hey, we're going somewhere.
Yeah,
At
for
least it's
sure.
fucking legal medicinally in
Yeah.
Ohio, you know.
Yeah,
We could
definitely.
be one of the states where it's not legal at all,
Yeah, we could
you
be.
know.
That would suck.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more.
You care if I have some more proper?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bet.
There's not much left in there, but yeah, finish it off.
Take a little sippy.
But yeah, I don't think there's very many states where it's not at least medically legalized anymore, right? I don't think.
I think
I mean, I
want to
could
say
be wrong,
there's
but
around 20 that are where it's completely illegal.
really,
I would
still.
say, yeah. Probably. I could be wrong though. I could definitely be fucking that up.
I mean, either way, I mean, just a couple years ago, it was none at all.
Yeah.
That's a big step, bro.
It's a huge step. It actually makes me really happy thinking
Yeah.
about that. I think that I swear, dude, whenever that gets legalized, bro, like not to say that like I fully rely on it or anything, but like dude, that's going to be a good time for so many people. Like people are going to be so much happier. Like I know I'll be so
Yeah.
much happier.
Not only that, but I feel like the world in general is going to start getting along much better.
Yeah, dude, like I mean, my mom, she kind of used to have this habit of like going home and drinking, which you know isn't a big deal or anything.
Right.
But like
But at the same time, it kind of is, because
yeah, it can be.
that could turn into an everyday thing, and that
Exactly.
shit starts to stack up.
And like that's alcohol. That's like way worse
It's
for your
poison.
you know, your liver,
Yeah.
all that shit.
You're
And
literally putting poison into your body.
there's so many ways you could like get fried off of marijuana. Pretty much like
Right.
you don't have to smoke it if you're worried about it hurting your lungs, and it could still benefit
Right,
you
yeah.
medicinally for
Yeah.
whatever
Even if you have a
purposes.
lung problem, you don't have to take it in that way. There's a bunch of
Right.
different ways you could take it in, and if you know, especially if it's done medically, you know, that's you're tested on. They won't give you something that, you know, they won't just give you some weed. Like
Yeah.
you come in with an actual problem, and they give you something that's literally a
Supposed
fucking
to help you.
plant that will help you.
That
it's
blows
just-
my mind. It's
yeah.
a fucking plant, bro.
It really is. That's
Jeez.
crazy.
It does so much too. I think that's badass, bro. I
Yeah.
think that is so cool.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Even hemp. Hemp is almost more incredible in my opinion than marijuana.
I could agree with that.
Dude, the things that are able to be made with hemp, like so did you know the whole reason we have paper the way we have it is because when paper was first being invented, it was made out of hemp. And it was a much cheaper, much faster production process.
It was made out of hemp originally.
Yeah.
What?
It was made like way cheaper, way faster, like, and the paper was like damn near not rippable. Like it's super sturdy shit. And it's a plant. It's 100%, you know, biodegradable, whatever. But who invented the paper mill? Who was it? I forget.
I have
But
no
so
idea.
whoever invented the first paper mill, like made with wood, basically put out propaganda about the guy that was making paper out of hemp. And people started to think like, oh, hemp is really bad. When it wasn't. It was just all propaganda. So that whole thing got shut down. And now to this day, we still use paper like how we know it, instead of the way that dude invented with hemp.
That sucks.
Have you ever felt hemp rope?
No, but I felt like hemp what's it called? Wick. Hemp wick,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Bro, hemp rope is... So it's, I mean, obviously I just have arms. I don't have like rope weight testers or anything like that. But like I felt a hemp rope before. a few years ago. And dude, it was, I mean, it's supposed to be a lot stronger than regular rope. And it definitely felt a lot stronger, but it was light. It was so fucking light.
That's
Like it was
weird.
light as fuck. Yeah. It was really weird. But yeah, from what I understand, hemp is an incredible product and it gets used in, moisturizers and creams and stuff like
It
that.
could be used. I heard that hemp could replace a lot of our plastic needs,
Yeah,
pretty
that too.
much, like
Yeah.
water bottles or
Yep.
like you said, paper and shit.
Yeah. And that kind of goes back to my kind of recurring theme that I'm constantly talking about is looking at the positives instead of the negatives.
Yeah,
I don't try to focus on the fact that our industry is all messed up and just trying to make money and screw us over. I prefer to look at the fact that people are finally looking into this stuff and it's finally getting recognized by the government. And I think that's just such a strong positive that you're able to hold on to.
I agree, man.
Speaking of positives, I wanted to bring up a Starbucks experience I had the other day. I went into Starbucks early in the morning, and I'm waiting in line. I'm waiting behind this Vietnamese lady, and she like clearly like didn't speak very good English, if none at all, because she was trying to like order by like pointing and like hand gestures, and she was really like kind of struggling, and the the lady, everyone who worked there was super respectful, but the lady was like, "Hold on, I'm gonna get my manager try to get some help because I'm having trouble getting your order." I wasn't getting pissed having to wait or anything. I was, obviously patient. She's just trying to get her shit like I am. So the lady comes gets her manager. It's this like kind of frat looking dude. If you had any kind of bias or prejudice or anything, you'd be like, this fucking guy, really? She went and got this guy. He's probably hungover right now. But he comes up, gets a huge fucking smile on his face, and he starts speaking Vietnamese to her.
What to the
And the
lady?
smile on her face was unlike any smile I've ever seen. He made her whole day. He even made my day. He came over, the happiest guy I've ever met. He was so cool. He was speaking Vietnamese so clearly to her, and I was like, he took her order, got her taken care of, and I walked up and I was like, dude, where'd you learn to speak Vietnamese? That was the most incredible thing I've probably ever seen. And he was like, oh, my uncle does what's that, the Peace Corps or whatever it is. It's something like that. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I'm not
But he
sure.
was like, yeah, my uncle goes all around the world and just helps like really poor cities. He helps like build them schools and stuff, and he's fluent in Vietnamese, and he taught me a lot of Vietnamese. And I was like, dude, that's crazy.
That's cool.
It was really cool. It was just really cool to like shit like that doesn't get posted on the internet. Shit like
The
people
best
people
experiences.
yelling at Vietnamese people for not speaking English gets posted on the internet.
You know what? You're right. That is something to think
You know,
about. Yeah.
stuff like stuff like I just saw, I see way more often than I ever see racism or sexism out in public anywhere. Obviously, I'm not denying that that shit exists because obviously it does and that's a problem.
Yeah.
But in my personal experience, because that's all I can go off of, I've seen way more positive interactions like that than I've seen negative. And that's why I think it's kind of bullshit because it's all just for clicks. Like
Yeah.
you getting pissed off at something you see on the internet, you're literally getting pissed off for no reason because those people aren't putting out information to try to make things better. They don't care
Right.
about whether things get better or worse. They're putting out information that's going to get you to click on it.
Damn right. That's true. I watched this video that got me real happy the other day. This motorcyclist had him and his girlfriend, I think, or somebody on the bike, and they were at a stoplight, and this car ended up rear-ending them, and the car pretty much like got on top of the bike. The girl that was on the back ended up like flying out of there somehow. She
Wow.
didn't she didn't get trapped under the car, which blew
Yeah.
my mind somehow. But the guy who was driving the bike ended up getting stuck. And from
Damn.
what I seen, it looked like it was a dash cam video.
Yeah.
And then literally immediately as soon as the car landed on top of the bike, I seen maybe 7 to 8 people just
Wow.
sprint over there, and It just all lifted the car off the guy, and it was fucking
That's
crazy.
so beautiful, dude.
It
None of
was
them stopped to take out their phones and
no,
film it.
no one had their phones out.
That's so
It was a
fucking
dash
awesome.
cam
I love
video.
that,
Yeah,
man.
dude, it was really cool. It made me real happy.
Yeah.
It was pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
That's dope,
Like
man.
if I was that guy under that bike, I'd be like, I'm dead. I'm dying. Like
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah, for
Next thing you
sure.
know, you just had 7 to 8 amazing
Yeah.
people lifting a car off of you.
Yeah.
Would you expect people to just lift a car off of you if you're stuck underneath a car?
I mean, I would hope for the best, but I probably wouldn't be expecting it, no.
Yeah, dude, like that guy is lucky.
But the only reason I wouldn't be expecting it is because of everything I see on the fucking internet, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Realistically, everyone would probably do that, or at least the majority of people. If someone saw somebody get stuck under a car, unless you're a real piece of shit, you're going to go and do everything you can to help.
A lot of people could get scared though, you know? A lot of people
Yeah.
just freeze up, you know? They don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
And
That's true. Yeah, that panic starts to set in,
yeah,
and it's almost like shock, like you just can't move.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it sucks. I don't know. I've had like one experience like that where I kind of just like froze up.
Really?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it actually fucked with me for a little bit too,
Yeah, I bet.
to be honest. Like I kind of just felt like a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I kind of just learned to realize that you know, that did happen. You know, I
Yeah.
froze and
Yeah, and
fuck
it's
it.
not like it's your fault,
Yeah.
you know. You don't have any you don't have any training to deal with whatever difficult situation you're talking about. You know,
Right.
you didn't know what to do. That's not your fault. Part of it was just your body has never been in that situation before.
Literally.
So your body doesn't know what to do. Like when I got in that bad crash, I was so fortunate because I've had rollover training in the army, and it's actual good rollover training. They have this machine basically. It's almost built like a chicken rotisserie thing. It pokes the main middle body of like a Humvee chassis, and it basically like spins it. So you sit in it, and
Sounds like expensive equipment.
very expensive equipment, yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, dude, I don't want to say it saved my life, but it definitely fucking helped me get out of the truck because, you know, I've had to do it. And you basically sit in it and like they're talking you through it and they give you like a situation. They're like, oh shit, we're rolling over. And then it starts rolling you over and you got to figure out what to do and you go through it until you get it. And,
Man.
you know, when I had that bad rollover accident with my old truck, it just took over because I had that training, you know?
Yeah.
My body, through muscle memory, just knew what to do.
That's kind of crazy. You were
Yeah.
consciously learning how to do that, and your body subconsciously did it.
Yeah, one of the main things they say if you're you get hit with something or you're in an explosion or you're in a bad car accident or something, if you're at all consciously there, your immediate reaction should be to put your hand under all of your clothing, like as much as you can anyway, and pull your hand out and see if there's blood. Because if there's any blood, like if you get a shot by a gun, your adrenaline spikes through the fucking roof and you don't really feel it. So,
Ugh.
if something bad happens to you and you got a big gash or something, if you're in shock, you're not going to feel it. So if you don't feel it, another example is when I got in that dirt bike accident. That brick went like right through my elbow. The doctor said if he pulled it apart, you'd be able to see bone. When that
Ew.
happened, I didn't feel pain. I just knew that was where I landed, and I like touched it, pulled my hand away, saw blood, and I just fucking put pressure on it because I didn't even want to look at it. I didn't know how bad it was. I didn't know if it wasn't that bad.
Ugh.
Just in case, I didn't want to lose that much blood. But yeah, it's important because you can't feel that shit.
I
So you gotta
remember
feel it and visibly see if you're bleeding.
when I broke my arm, I knew my adrenaline was through the roof. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, it's so gross, dude. For anyone who's listening, you might not want to listen, maybe. But anyways,
We'll from now on, if we know we're gonna say something crazy, we'll just like say that this is a trigger warning.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go back in and fucking edit it
like
like the
that.
first podcast. I
I
really hope.
liked that first edit though. That was
Yeah, I did too.
honestly,
it was
dude.
cool. It was more
I'm
work
not-
than I would have appreciated.
I don't
though.
think you're realizing how much that made me laugh at work.
Really.
I
You
was-
liked it that much?
Yeah, dude, I was like literally I was in NPC mode, I guess.
That's
And
funny.
I just didn't expect it. I clicked on our episode and I was like, well, I hope I hear the fucking intro this time.
Yeah, because it took a while for it to update for you.
Took like a whole day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
hope not too many people listened to it before I added that. I think it was maybe like 5 or 6 people.
nah, but that was a really good one. But what were we saying right before that? Oh my.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever trigger warning, but whenever I fell and like broke my arm, dude,
Yeah.
first thing I heard was like a snap, and all I was thinking about was like, there's no way I broke my arm.
Yeah.
I was like, there's actually no way.
Bro, I remember you showed me the picture of that. I almost vomited.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was like, it was so gross because like a few months or weeks before that, dude, I was talking to my stepdad at the time, and he was telling me like, yeah, I broke my arms like these ways, and it's super gross. I was like, ew, I could
Yeah,
never.
that's gross.
And I broke my fucking arm, and I'm just like thinking while I'm laying there, I can't believe I broke my arm. I can't believe I broke
Yeah.
my arm. I'm just stuck in a loop looking at my arm, and it's just like,
Yeah.
it looked like a noodle, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah. That's rough. That's so gross, man.
Yeah, my mom asked me when I went to the hospital, like, what song would, like, help me? And I'm just in pain. I'm like, I don't know. I told her to throw on some J. Cole.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's the perfect broken arm music. We just had a 5-second guest appearance from Sarah,
Yep.
Cisco's lady. Do you ever wonder if God like made any animals not like feel good when they have sex because like maybe he accidentally made them too ugly or something, so he did that so they wouldn't reproduce?
I don't know, dude. Some of them do look like they go through some pain.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Dogs look like they're going through pain when they
Bro,
fuck.
cats, did you know their penises when they insert, they like get spikes so it gets locked in there so they can't move?
Ew.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh my.
It's barbaric shit.
Don't praying mantises eat the wife after they fuck them or something like that?
I think they bite their heads off or no.
Oh.
The females are much bigger than the males. The females are the aggressor, and
That's
after
crazy.
they have sex, they just pretty much use the male for its seed and decapitate the motherfucker.
That's kind of dope.
It is. It's kind of.
Could you imagine, like, I'm about to get my nut off, dude. You fucking just get decapitated.
She just goes straight for the neck like a vampire.
Everyone's just like happy for you, but low key sad. Damn,
He
my
died
boy.
how I want to die. That's funny. That'd be so terrifying. Imagine that happening to you.
Dude,
You're just having sex and they're trying to
my
kill
head gets
you.
ripped off. My penis head.
Isn't it true that once you get decapitated, your head stays alive for a minute?
I've heard it stays alive for 7.
7 minutes?
Yeah, or 7 seconds.
That's crazy.
I don't know, but yeah, that is crazy. They used to do guillotines back in the day.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, they used to have executioners with like they would just trust people to chop people's heads off in one go.
Here's what people don't think about. They still have public executions.
That's
in the
true.
world. In the Middle East, they stone gay people to death in the streets. That shit happen. I mean, God knows what happens in like North Korea and those secluded countries.
I'd probably stone somebody too, but not a gay person. Unless they committed mass genocide or something.
Yeah.
I would stone
that's tough.
someone.
I don't know. I would just prefer a quick death. I'd rather not fucking stone someone. Because either way, the end goal is death, right? After they die, none of it matters anyway.
Yeah, but don't you want them to like feel like? All right, let's say you get bombed. All right, your
I
little
would
sister
only-
gets taken.
Okay.
You gotta stone. Everyone's stoning them to death tonight at 7. Are you coming?
The person who took your sister?
Yeah, you bombed everybody, killed a whole bunch of people's families.
Wait. Go through this scenario again. I don't think I understand.
There's this guy.
Okay, there's this
And
guy.
He bombs your family, like your town. All right.
Okay.
Your sister happens to die, and some of the other peoples in the town, like their family members die, and they all agree we're gonna tie him up and stone him to death.
So that's where I feel like instead of just killing him, never mind. I was gonna make a joke, but I was gonna say instead of just killing him, you take all of his family members that he cares about and kill them in front of him. But then those people could be innocent; they're just dying for no reason. Yeah, I would take part in that stoning for sure.
Yeah, dude.
You've changed my mind, dude. Speaking of barbaric shit, okay, I have something to show you.
What is it?
So I found a new sport that I think might have beat out the UFC for me.
No way.
So it's an Italian sport. I did a little research from what I came up with. It's an Italian sport. I'm pretty sure there's only 4 teams. It's each corner of Italy that competes in this tournament every year. They're called. It's really generic name. Yeah, the team names are called the Blues, the Reds, the Whites, and the Greens. Those are the 4 teams. So basically, and I have a link that I could pull up to show you real quick. So this sport started in medieval times. Kings started playing it to get their people ready for war in like a fun way.
Okay.
It's kind of comparable to rugby, except it's a lot more violent because part of the entire game is beating the shit out of each other, like bare knuckle beating the shit out of each other.
Oh.
It's intense. But the thing is,
Okay, that sounds kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds.
the reason it's cool is because these people obviously they're not forced to do it. Like they volunteer. They love doing
Sure,
this
yeah,
shit.
I'm about to say they love
It gets I'm sure it gets a ton of aggression out. It's probably a lot of fun to just beat the shit out of people like in
Yeah.
a respectful, sportly manner. The so the only real 2 rules that there are there's no kicking in the head and you're not allowed to kick a man when he's down.
Okay.
But another kind of rule-ish, you could call it, is that breaking the rules is allowed if it ends up helping you get the best of your opponent.
What? So no rules, pretty
Yes.
much.
So, I found an interview that someone did with a retired player of this sport. The sport name is Calcio Storico.
Okay.
This retired player was saying, so there aren't allowed to be any subs or replacement players. So a big strategy that people do is like try to like break people's arms and shit so that later on in the tournament that team has less players to work with because there's no subs or replacements or anything.
So like, what do you do? Is it like, is there a ball or are they
Yeah,
just
so you're
fucking
basically
working?
like it's kind of like rugby except with like a more soccer ball like than a
Okay.
American football.
Okay.
And it's basically like you carry this ball around, you're trying to get it to the end to like throw it into this like cage kind of thing, and that's how you score points. But like you can kick the ball, you can toss it to your buddies.
That's like friendly fire before a war.
Yeah,
Breaking each
so
other's arms.
yeah, it's fucking wild. So you're basically your team, and there's different positions. There's like middle positions and end positions and stuff. But the end goal is to carry this ball, and if you get tackled to the ground, you have to stay on the ground, and you can't, compete in that round anymore.
Oh, okay.
But you're like, if you get tackled, you gotta try while you're getting tackled, you gotta try to toss the ball, to your buddy rather than an opposing teammate. Here, before I go any further into it, let me just pull this up and show you real quick. I even made a timestamp. Check this shit out, bro.
Those are some big ass dudes.
Yeah, bro. I want to get to a good part. They really fucking wail on each other, dude.
What? So what's this sport called again?
It's called Calcio Storico.
Oh, there they go. So they still do
Get to
this.
a good part. Yeah, bro. So
Oh.
they just wail on each other, dude. Look at him duking it
Dude,
out.
what?
It's wild. It's so crazy. If any, I recommend people look into this because it's I might get involved in some way. Yeah, so they got to carry the ball and put it in that like cage kind of thing.
Damn.
Dude, look how hyped they are. That's
Beat
wild.
the fuck out of each other.
And the cool thing about it, the thing I liked when I was like reading up on it, was that these guys all, like after the game, they all go out to the bar and just get trashed together, like both teams. They're
sounds
all like
awesome.
friends, like they all know each other and stuff. But that's also part of the strategy because they almost do that to get to know the opposing players, so they know like how their personalities work. They know like how they operate. They know, you know, what moves they may decide to make. So like it's all strategy.
That's fucked up. That's
It's
some,
pretty
like,
wild.
That's some psyop shit.
It is pretty wild. Yeah, that's like true gladiator shit that they still do.
Yeah.
I guess
find it really cool that we do definitely still have modern day gladiators.
I do too.
That shit's
I think
dope.
I think in a weird way it's healthy. Like if the people that are involved in it like want to be involved in it, then it's cool. Like it gets aggression out. It brings people together to root for something.
Yeah.
It's cool. It brings out that real like barbaric human side, and I think that's healthy.
A huge part of me really wanted to do MMA, dude, when I was younger, or
Yeah.
like boxing, but my mom always told me no. She would always say like you're gonna lose your teeth and you're gonna be ugly the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's all she used to tell me, but
I mean,
I just feel like too much of a pussy to really do MMA now. To be
she's
honest.
not wrong. It's definitely not good for you.
Yeah.
It's good to know that stuff. It's good to like, you know, take classes or whatever,
But
but
could you imagine, like me? Like, imagine you don't know me, all right? You meet me for the first time. Cisco, you have a fight this weekend? What? Shit.
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but that's not happening.
Yeah, I still kind of do. I want to get into boxing. I feel like I'd be pretty good at it.
Do it, bro.
I have
Fuck
a good
it.
reach. I have pretty lengthy arms.
Yeah.
I feel like I hit pretty hard too. Every time I go to the gym, I'm on the punching bag for like at least a half hour. I do 5-minute rounds.
I mean, you definitely hit hard. We all know that.
Yeah. We don't like talking about that time. It makes me sad.
I don't know why.
I don't know, bro. That's the only reason I don't really want to get into boxing, cuz like on the off chance that I am naturally good at it, it would just make me sad. Like beating people up. I don't like it. I like being able to do it in case I have to defend myself,
You know what?
but
I can respect that because, like, I swear, I like fighting too. Like, I like boxing and shit just like for fun, but like I don't at the same time.
Yeah.
I almost like I don't want to hurt anybody, and
Yeah.
like not even trying to be cocky, but like I really just don't want to hurt somebody on the off chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So we used to, when we were roommates, we used to have these little like, you know, I guess you could call them fight club nights or whatever.
Fight
you know?
nights, yeah.
Yeah, we would just go in the backyard. We had, you know, a bunch of pairs of boxing gloves and headgear and stuff, and we
a
would
bunch
just,
of alcohol.
yeah, we would just have like, you know, fun little tournaments with each other or whatever, and just beat each other up. And the time Cisco's talking about, I was paired up against our one buddy, and I ended up like knocking him out cold, like stiff. They caught it on video, and everyone was like going crazy, and like I was freaking out. I was like, "Dude, take the gloves off me!
Yeah,
This
I
isn't
mean,
fun."
That's understandable. He's our friend, and he went stiff. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it was tough.
that sucked.
He was
But
alright,
holy fuck. He was the main event that night. He probably went like 3
Yeah.
times.
Yeah,
Back
Yeah.
to back to back.
yeah. He's a trooper, man.
Definitely.
Gotta love that guy. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, I haven't really seen him a whole lot either, to be honest, but
Yeah.
I hope he's doing well, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he is. He's got that, you know, company up and running. I still see his signs everywhere.
That's true.
He's probably
Yeah.
just hard at work, man.
Hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you ever watch like 2 Chainz do shit on YouTube?
No, but I have seen like some clips. It looks pretty funny.
I am genuinely like so entertained with watching
Really?
him do stuff. Yeah, because it's like, dude, he does like it's called most expensivest. So
Yeah.
he does like the most expensive shit pretty much,
Yeah.
and it's really cool.
That's funny.
I seen this business idea this guy had, and he went to him. It's called this hot tub. It's a hot tub that is like a floaty that you can put in the water, and it'll take water from like the lake or something or wherever, and it's wood fired, and you're just in the lake in a hot tub if you want.
It's wood heated, like fire
Yeah,
furnace heated.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
It's like a floating hot tub that you just put in the lake.
yeah,
That's
it's like
dope.
25,000 I think.
Wow.
And the guy who came up with the idea actually lives on a boat by himself and just pretty much goes everywhere. And he was
Really?
like, you know, I'd really like a hot tub to like take out outside of my boat.
Yeah.
And the hot tug,
That's pretty
he
cool.
just tugs it on his big boat, and
He
he's
said
just
it's like 25 grand.
yeah,
That's pretty wild. Mm-hmm. That's definitely the most expensivest for sure.
yeah, dude.
That's cool, man.
It seemed pretty cool.
Good for 2 Chainz. He's
Yeah.
what, investing in it?
No, he just went to go look at it.
Really?
And this guy, he just had his dogs out, like his toes, and and they were just like on the pier, and he had like this Asian lady, this white lady, and then this white lady. And Two
Yeah.
Chainz was like, "Ah, I see you got some variety." And I was like, "That's funny."
That's funny as hell.
You know, Two Chainz was like a 4.0 college student.
No shit.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And I think he played college basketball.
Dude, I'm always surprised. Like, the more I hear about rappers and, like, their personality, a lot of them are smart, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Lil Wayne, dude, that guy is intelligent as fuck.
Is he really?
Have you ever seen, like, interviews with him or anything? I was watching an old,
I seen him knock over like codeine before. And he's like,
really?
yeah, he was-
I've seen a lot of, I was looking into him the other day, watching some interviews and stuff, and I stumbled on this one where it was a while ago, this, like, trouble he got in with the law, and they were filming his, like, testimony or whatever. He was, like, being questioned, and the, prosecutor that was questioning him was just, like, just fumbling with Lil Wayne's responses. Like, Lil Wayne was so much more well-versed in the law than he was. He was
Really?
like if he asked him some, like, sus questions, like, trying to get him to say shit, Lil Wayne would just straight up be like, you and I both know I don't gotta answer that, and I don't need to.
yeah,
Like, just saying stuff like that, like, it was really impressive.
that's cool. Yeah, Waka Flocka's pretty smart too, and I heard
Yeah.
he's a hooper as well.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, dude.
I've been getting into Notorious B.I.G. lately. Yeah, I like listening to him.
I like him, dude.
He's got a
pretty
cool
good.
flow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super good. Do you like Tupac?
Yeah. Yeah.
I never really liked him growing up. I recently
Yeah.
just started liking him, like maybe a year ago.
Yeah, that whole beef that used to happen with Tupac and Biggie. That's like, it almost makes me sad, cause like, can you imagine the music that would have come out if they both kind of just agreed, hey, this beef doesn't make sense. Let's be friends and promote each other's shit.
Yeah,
Dude, those two together would have been insane.
I think
The
so
music.
too. Did they ever have like? They never had any songs
No.
together.
No,
That's
I
kind
don't
of
think so.
crazy
It
to
was
think about.
It was like a whole beef during their
Yeah.
time. Like,
Yeah, they would have made some good ass music.
dude, could you imagine if they just said fuck it, let's be buddies and help each other out?
Yeah, there's really no like crazy rap beefs going on right now.
Yeah, no, not
At
really.
all.
I mean, everyone's getting in trouble, but
Yeah,
there's no beefs. What do you know what that whole thing was with Gunna when he turned himself in?
I think they're trying to get. I don't know if he turned himself in. Did he?
Yeah. I just didn't know what for. I just
think
read that he
they're-
turned himself in for something.
I know the feds or like whoever they're trying to get him for RICO charges,
Really?
which is kind of like I think that's like possession of like arms and
Yeah.
drugs and shit like
Huh.
that, and like moving it. I think I'm not entirely sure. I could be butchering that. But yeah, they're trying to catch him for that and use his songs as like a
Yeah.
like a testimony or something. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's tough. I thought there was some. I heard one time, and this could be wrong, but I thought there was some kind of law that they made where you can't use an artist's like art against them in testimonies or whatever, because that's not like they don't objectively speak truths in the art that they create. They
Yeah,
could, but they also couldn't. So it's tough to use that.
it could be a thing, but I know YNW Melly, like, he ended up going to jail
Oh yeah,
based off his,
yeah, 100%.
Murder on My Mind song,
Yeah,
I think, or something.
yeah, which was fair
I guess, yeah.
because
I
I
didn't
mean they
really look
proved
into
that
it.
he did it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
100%. I guess it was like his friends. It was like three of his best friends, and he like turned his back on him basically and like set up a drive-by.
Yeah, I've also heard that he has like a split personality.
Really?
I don't know if you've heard that, but
No,
yeah, he calls himself like his split personality. He calls it like Melvin, I guess. And he's
dude.
YNW Melly.
Yeah,
So he calls it Melvin, I think it was. And yeah, when all that was going on, like I heard about that and I was like, ew, bro.
yeah,
Like,
dude. I saw a video a couple days ago, actually yesterday, I think, that really kind of freaked me out. It was like a TikTok of a YouTube clip, so I went to the actual YouTube video, and it was one of those like conspiracy videos or whatever, which I'm gonna come out and say it right now. I love watching conspiracy videos.
hell yeah.
Whether I end up believing them or not. Like that shit's so interesting to me. Like videos that people do on the Illuminati and like lizard people and even the crazy ones. Like
Oh,
I'll
dude.
watch flat Earth ones just because it's
You
entertaining.
watch the Flat Earth ones?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, I can't fucking stand those.
really.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
Yeah.
I don't discriminate with conspiracies.
I mean, I don't really discriminate it, but it's like I'll see like a TikTok about it, and then
Yeah.
I'll like just out of habit, I'll look at the comments, and they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"No one's ever been past the firmament." I'm just like, bro,
That's so funny.
it geeks me out every time. I mean, shit, we could be in a firmament. Firmament.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, but
I
like,
don't know.
it geeks me out.
The only real argument flat earthers have is, "Oh, have you been there? Have you seen it with your own eyes?"
Right.
Like, no, but I mean,
I mean, neither have they. Like
right. Yeah.
that goes right against them, kind of.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Their whole argument just collapses in on itself.
The only thing that like I guess that really intrigues me is probably like the fact about how past Antarctica is the entrance to like Hollow Earth, I think,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the firmament ideology. I'm not
Which
sure.
isn't really that far fetched because if you look at what we know objectively, we know that you can't go to Antarctica. There's no way to go to Antarctica. They literally it's on record that if you try flying a plane into Antarctica, you get shot down by military stations that are posted up in Antarctica.
And over 200 countries agreed to signing on that
Yeah.
too, which is fucking nuts.
It's nuts, bro.
That's weird, bro.
Yeah.
Why can't I go there and fucking die if I want to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And everything in Antarctica, I don't know if you've looked at it on Google Earth, but there's so much blurred out.
I haven't. I've
There's
heard
a
about
lot
that
that's
though.
blurred out.
That's weird, man.
Yeah, it's real weird. God knows what they have over there. Testing on shit, aliens.
There's a few like claims of people back in like I don't know, way back in the day sometime that went to Antarctica and have seen like Hollow Earth
Yeah.
or I think they call it a Gartha. I'm not
I
entirely
haven't
sure.
heard that, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, there's this whole dude's journal about it, pretty much. Dude, this guy wrote a book about it. I guess
Really?
he was in Antarctica, like
Yeah,
traveler or whatever. But yeah, I think that part of the whole like flat Earth is really interesting to me because that kind of ties in. But
yeah. All conspiracy stuff is just really interesting to me.
yeah,
I really like it. I really like the lizard people conspiracy. You
Me
know
too.
anything about that one?
I think about that all the time.
It's pretty
My
cool.
last Halloween costume, I went as a lizard person.
Really?
Yeah. with
Oh, that's
Mitch.
right. Maggie and I weren't in town for that Halloween.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We were in New Orleans.
They were super shitty costumes. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
like we thought of it last minute, like the day of. Didn't spend any money,
Bro,
so fuck
our
it.
costumes, the ones that we like made ourselves,
You guys were dripped
those
out.
were dope. I
Yeah.
loved those. Those turned out so cool.
I
We plan on just using those for this Halloween.
Okay.
And like staying around here so we can go to Halloween parties in them and stuff.
That's a good idea because you were
Yeah.
in Seattle, right?
We were in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah,
Okay.
which was lit. That shit
Yeah.
was so fun. That's my favorite place on earth, bro.
I was
wanna
actually
go
looking at
again
your
soon.
Instagram the other day,
Yeah.
and I stumbled across those your Halloween outfits,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, That's fucking sick.
It was cool, bro.
Yeah.
It was cool. A bunch of people got pictures with us and stuff.
What's your favorite holiday?
Probably Halloween. I
Really?
really like Halloween. Yeah. I like the weather. It's a little chillier, but not too much. Nice leaf fall. It's fun.
It is. I'd have to say
It's a
mine
good
is
vibe. I like the spooky vibe.
mine's either Halloween or maybe like 4th of July.
Yeah, Fourth
Just
of
because
July
it's
is
like
fun.
my birthday weekend.
That's true.
Like normally all the fucking time is my birthday weekend, and so
Yeah.
like I'm seeing fireworks no matter what,
Yep.
getting fucked up, having
Hell
a good
yeah.
time, dude. It's
Yeah.
when
That's
we
fun.
dude, when we went to Myrtle, uh I think it was last year, uh Jesse ended up spending like $300 on fucking fireworks, bro.
Damn.
Well, holy fuck, did he make everyone's night,
I
dude.
bet.
It was, oh man, it was awesome. We
That's
had
fun.
the biggest fireworks on the beach for like miles, dude.
Fireworks are so much fun, dude.
And I was like, Jesse, you're a fucking patriot, dude. Like, it was awesome. That was a great time. Tyler was actually like sick that night. Like, he was throwing up
Oh
violently.
yeah. I
And,
remember
like,
you telling me about that.
yeah, he didn't get to see any of the fireworks. I felt so bad
That's
for
so
him.
sad.
It was so funny, bro. Tyler always geeks me out when he's fucked up, like super fucked up though, because he's like not there at all.
Yeah. He's so funny.
Yeah.
I love him.
We were telling him in like the hotel, because he was just fucking. He would like cough and then just fucking spit on the floor. I'd be like, bro, stop spitting on the floor. And then he'd be like, and just fucking let out another right on the floor. And I'm
You
just
remember you remember that time he blacked out in our old house and we took him down to the basement so he could
Yes.
sleep?
yeah, he ended
We
up
woke
rolling
up.
off the couch.
Yeah, we woke up and he was on the floor with the trash can tipped over next to him. That shit was so great.
Oh,
Good
dude.
times. My dad always goes like above and beyond on the 4th of July. He loves his fireworks. I remember one year I was maybe in like my mid-teens or something. He gathered a bunch of coupons like throughout the year for 4th of July fireworks to buy them at this place. And he had a bunch of like crazy like half off, 75% off coupons that he was finding. Bro, he went to
That's
this place.
cool.
He dropped like $1,000 on fireworks, and he got like $3,000 worth of fireworks.
That's sick.
It was such a cool 4th of July. We were just lighting shit off all night.
Yeah, this past 4th of July was actually my favorite because like I
Yeah.
had never seen that much.
Yeah.
Like, within our friend group at least. You
Yeah,
know?
it's fun.
It's super fun.
It's dangerous though. You got to be careful.
Smoked 2 cigarettes that night.
You went wild.
Yeah, I was going wild. I was like, Jesse.
When Cisco busts out the cigarettes,
Yeah,
you know it's
dude.
a fun night.
Yeah. No, that is probably like the cherry on top for me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, I don't even like cigarettes, bro. But like,
Yeah.
when I'm fucked up
They
and
just
having a
feel
good
so
time,
good when you're drunk.
yeah. You know, I've been watching the show Peaky Blinders, and
Dude, I want to start watching that. I've heard it's really good.
oh, dude, it's fucking great.
Really?
I'm actually thinking about getting the haircut.
Really?
Yeah, the Tommy Shelby haircut. Yeah, get the
Wow.
like all buzz on the back and sides, and just have some
Damn.
on top. Oh
I gotta
yeah,
check it out.
it's good, dude.
Me and Maggie been rewatching Game of Thrones. We love that show.
I've heard that's good. Did
It's
you finish
so
it?
fucking good. We finished it once, yeah.
Okay. So with Peaky Blinders, right back to that
Mm-hmm.
real quick. So I found out why they're called Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind me spoiling this to you.
No, go.
Okay.
Well, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
He's about to spoil something about the show Peaky Blinders. I don't
It's not too important.
care about spoilers, but I'm sure people might. So
Not too important.
Skip ahead like maybe 30 seconds just to be safe.
Okay. But anyways, they call them Peaky Blinders because you know those newsboy hats that they used to wear?
Yeah.
So inside those, they keep razors on the back end. So like you know how it has a cap up front?
Yeah.
They grab the front of the cap and just fucking whack you.
Damn.
They whack you in the face with the razors, and it cuts your fucking eyes and shit.
Holy shit.
You know, it like as soon as I seen that part, bro, I seen him take that hat off, and he was like, "Pop, pop."
Bro.
I was like, I love this show.
That's crazy.
I was like, this is my show.
Is it like based off of a real like gangster or something?
I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
But if it is, holy fuck, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, that show's amazing, dude. I love like dude called his mom a whore, fucking whipped out his hat, and then
Damn.
his brother pulled up and then just started whacking the fuck out of
That's
him.
crazy. Where's it based? London?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's London. Or, yeah, London.
Yeah.
And it's like based after, super soon after wartime.
Oh, okay.
So it's like people have PTSD from
Yeah.
war in that show.
Yeah, a
It's,
lot of like
it's pretty
soldiers
good.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with it, dude. It's a good show.
Huh. Yeah, I really want to start watching it. I've heard really good things. Are you
Yeah.
into those survival shows?
Like Survivor?
Yeah, Survivor is a good one, but it's still a little
other
bit like
kind of
game
show?
showy to
Right.
me. Like they, have, objectives, like courses that they got to run through, which is still cool. I still
I
like
love
that
Naked
show.
and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid is really
That's
good.
cool.
I've been getting into this show called Alive.
Alive?
Yeah.
I've heard. Is that on Netflix?
Yeah.
I've heard
It's
about that.
It's my new favorite survival show. It's
Okay.
really good. Most of the people that go into it have like actual skill, like in the stuff, and I think they get to bring like 10 objects or something. I forget like the whole like goal. They just,
Aren't they
I
like
mean,
fully suited too?
I think
I don't
they
think they're
wear
like
clothes at least. Like they don't go bare like Naked and Afraid.
right. They got shoes though, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah. That's
To
what
be
I
to be
thought.
totally honest, I haven't watched it in a while, so I don't really fully remember. But
I
it's
turned
a
it
really
on for
good
a few
show.
minutes. I was
Yeah,
my attention span's not there
Yeah.
sometimes.
I used to love watching Man vs. Wild with Bear Grylls.
Really? I never watched that.
Dude,
I always
me
heard
and
it was good.
me and my brother used to watch that show every single day.
That's cool.
It was so cool. We learned so much stuff. My family's always been a really big camping family. I actually want to go camping. Me and Maggie want to go camping soon. It's fun.
Hell yeah. I wish I grew up camping.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But I guess it's not too late.
No, you can still just take a weekend or something,
I
Go
just would
camping
like
for
to
a night.
fucking be well versed, know
Yeah.
know what I'm doing. I like to
Yeah, for sure.
I would really like to know how to just go fish and
Yeah.
take the fish back and skin it if I need to and survive.
It's all easy stuff. It's just stuff that you have to know. And most
Yeah.
people just don't know,
I guess that's true, yeah.
Fuck, what was I going to say?
I haven't been
Oh,
exposed to that environment.
Back to me and my brother used to love watching Man vs. Wild with Bear Grylls, and we were young, and my mom would always mess with us. She would call him Bear Grylls, like Grylls instead of his name's Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
And me and my brother were obsessed with the show, so we would get so pissed, and she would just mess with us like, "Mom, it's not Bear Grylls."
You guys just used to fight with her.
Yeah,
That's
good
funny.
times. God, me and my brother used to beat the shit out of each other, man.
Oh, dude, I used to beat the shit out of my sister. I feel bad. Like, I always think back on it. I've gotten this question a few times. I'm like, if you could go back in time and change anything, like, what would it be?
Yeah.
And it's like being a dick to my sister.
Really?
For real, I was a fucking asshole, dude.
To be fair,
I used to fight her.
I've heard sisters are easy to be mean to. I've heard they're hard to deal with.
I mean, I don't really know why I was so mean.
That's fair enough.
I was a little fucking dickhead. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, I would argue that my brother was the dickhead and he started everything. God, he was a little fucking demon, dude.
I could see that.
I mean, we love each other now. We're like best friends, but God, we used to just full on fist fights. We would just destroy the house, break TVs. It was bad. We got in trouble so much for fighting each other.
Oh.
We would always wrestle. Good times though.
Yeah, I used to get in trouble just for like beating my sister up.
I
pretty
bet.
much. Yeah.
That's funny. I remember this one time. This is when we were like super poor. We were living in this shitty apartment. I was laying on the ground, playing with. I got an MP3 player for Christmas, and I was playing with it. My dad put a bunch of songs on it for me, and I was laying on the ground on my stomach playing with my MP3 player. Dude, Anthony, he's like maybe 4 years old, if that. He walks up to me, gets on his knees, and bites my ass cheek. Draws blood.
What?
Damn near takes a chunk out of my ass cheek. For no reason.
It's like, damn, boy.
I was like,
What you doing there with all that cake?
you better put that shit away before something happens.
He went and took a bite, bro.
Dude, I was so livid. I was
That's
like, I looked
funny.
at my mom. I was like, what is this? What just happened? Look at my ass. I'm bleeding.
What the
I was
fuck?
probably crying like a bitch. Man,
I don't blame you.
I remember you remember those old ass like brick flip phones, indestructible? They had like the antenna that you pull up.
Oh yeah.
I remember he stabbed me with the antenna once, just fucking jabbed it into me.
Damn.
He was a little asshole, man.
Dude, so completely off topic, but so you've heard of CERN?
I've heard of it. Yes, the company.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they have a particle collider, I guess,
yeah.
and
The is that the Hadron Collider?
I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
But I've only heard that it's been turned on once, and that was in
Mm-hmm.
2012, which is kind of weirdly the same date that the Mayans predicted the end of the world.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
And they're supposed to start stirring up again on July 5th
Really?
this year.
Wow.
And it's going to be at a higher uh, power, I guess you want
Yeah,
to call it.
but isn't the if I remember correctly, because I heard about it like years ago, and I haven't done much research on it, but I'm pretty sure like when they started it up that first initial time, they realized, oh, this is out of our control.
Yeah.
Like we gotta shut this shit down. And they basically shut it down in the hopes that in the future the technology would reach the point where they would be able to safely power it and turn it on. So maybe they are confident that they're at that point. Or maybe they're just like, fuck it, let's keep doing crazy shit.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be
Yeah.
honest. But I remember when I first read
I mean,
about,
somebody's got to do something, bro. Someone's got to try something
I
to
guess,
change shit up.
yeah, you're right. You know what?
At least they're trying.
But like, what if that was, they did predict the end of the world, but for that, like, universe, like that, what do I want to say? That outcome,
I
I
get what
guess.
you're saying.
And since that collider happened in 2012,
Yeah.
we're on a different outcome.
It shot us to another dimension or something.
Kinda. Yeah, something like that. And that shit's weird, bro.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's based on like, well, not that's based on, but
And it's
Stranger Things.
and it's an intense machine too. Like it's not we're not just throwing out crazy sci-fi shit to make it interesting. Like from what I heard about that machine they were working with, it's like the energy that they're working with is off the charts.
Off the
Like
charts,
we're
yeah.
not even able to control it or like
Yeah.
put it in numbers. Like
Stranger Things is actually partly based off of the CERN's
Oh, really?
particle collider. Yeah.
Huh.
Because they have that in the show, and like
Yeah.
a whole bunch of people talk about it or whatever, and like
Really?
people are like, they put the truth in your face somehow, you know?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, shit, dude, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
What do you think about the moon landings? Do you think they were faked?
I don't know. That is weird to think about.
Yeah.
I almost feel like they were, just because of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably it. I feel like we could get on the moon now, definitely.
Yeah. I think they were faked at first. I do actually believe that.
Okay.
But I think at this point we've definitely gotten to the moon.
Yeah.
For sure. I just feel like we were in such a panic to catch up to Russia with that whole space race.
Oh yeah.
I think we just kind of put it out to the media that we went to the moon just to kind of keep people's morale up, really. Make it seem like we're keeping up,
Yeah, dude.
you know.
I think it's gonna be really cool that me and you are gonna be around. Probably still somewhat in our prime while people go to Mars, dude.
Yeah, bro. I
That's
mean,
gonna be cool.
yeah, dude, that shit's for sure gonna happen in our lifetime at
Mm-hmm.
the very least. I talked about it on one of the recent episodes we did. They're within the next 10 years. I think they predicted 2037 is the date that sticks out in my head. They said by that time we're going to have basically like space hotels. Like they're gonna like have actual tourist trips into space to stay at a space station up there.
I can see that for the 1%, but
I don't know, bro. Maybe at first for the 1%, but I feel like I mean, obviously the 1% are currently doing that already,
How
like
long-
as we speak.
how long did it take for the 1% who owned vehicles back when they first came out? How long did it take for the other 99% to get vehicles?
That's a good question. I think it probably didn't take long.
You don't think so?
I think at first people thought that it was only going to be for the rich people,
Mm-hmm.
but once like roads started being made and different, engines and fuel started coming out and it got cheaper and cheaper, I think that increased at an exponential rate. I think it increased really quick because people saw the potential in it.
I think once Elon like masters the whole reusable rocket, then
Yeah.
it's gonna become pretty way more accessible.
Yeah,
I think.
100%. I mean,
Which
he
he's
won't
already
be.
kind of got the reusable rocket.
Yeah, bro. Have you seen those landings?
That shit's nuts.
Dude, it's so cool. It looks
Blows
like
my
it's out of
mind.
a movie.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool. I watched
He's sending people to space, bro.
yeah.
Elon Musk is sending people to fucking space.
Yep. That's
cool.
wild. Me and Maggie got to watch one of his rockets go off when we went to Florida.
Oh yeah, in person?
In person, yeah.
Dude, that's
Technically,
crazy.
we were pretty far away. We just so I actually have this app on my phone. It's a cool app. It tells you when all of the U.S. rockets are going off and where they're going off into space, like
Okay.
when exactly they're launching. It has the countdowns and like the live feeds and stuff. And we were really close to the Cape Canaveral launch pad where they like the main place that they launch all of the space rockets and stuff. And the weekend that we were there in Florida visiting my grandparents was one of the weekends that Elon rented their launch pad and he was using it to test one of his rockets.
Wow.
And we didn't see it like close up. I pulled up the app and we just looked up on Google Maps like the closest we could get to it, and it was like across this lake. It was on an island way far out.
That's
but
still cool.
we saw it go off. Yeah,
That's dope.
we didn't see it very very well because it was super overcast. It was real cloudy. It was a little disappointing, but I mean, not really because it was just so cool to be able to experience that firsthand.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, man.
Definitely recommend it.
I would
It's
love
almost
to go
humbling.
watch a fucking rocket take off.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to that place that you went to, the NASA Center or whatever.
It was dope.
Just to look at the rockets. That'd
It
be
was
sick.
so dope. They
Yeah.
had a big thing set up for tourists. You go into this. It was the original control center where they launched the first like moon mission.
Okay.
It's not in use anymore, but they still have the whole thing set up, and they have like bleachers, like in a big like extra room that they added onto it, so that you sit in these bleachers and you look down on the original control room, and they have like a whole show set up. Dude, it was so sick. They
That sounds cool.
yeah, they like took you through like all the comms and everything that was going on during the space launch. And
You went there for work, right?
no, I went there to visit my grandparents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, it was so cool because you're sitting there and you're going through like everything that the people launching the rocket went through. You're like experiencing it, and
Wow.
they had like, dude, the coolest part. They came to the countdown. They were like, all right, T minus 10, 9,
What?
and like the whole place started shaking.
That's
like
cool.
like simulating the rocket like lifters
Mm.
start to go off, and then like they had like these windows everywhere that were actually screens, but it was like the whole place started shaking and it got more and more intense and everything's shaking and going crazy, and like the windows are showing like the flames and like the smoke and shit.
That's
It was
dope.
real cool.
Hell yeah.
I definitely recommend it for any space nerds. It's a real cool experience.
Yeah, dude.
I love space shit.
I do too, for real.
Yeah. It's so interesting. I love just like, I don't know, something about it just compels me to just be able to sit down and like look up stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool.
I can agree with that. I actually seen a fucking squid that was like literally like 20 feet long or like 25 feet long.
Yeah, dude.
It like drags its tentacles
Yeah,
sometimes
bro.
across the bottom.
Across
of
the
floor.
bottom. It looks like an alien.
Dude, it looks
the picture.
weird.
Yeah, I
You
saw
seen
that.
Arrival, right?
Arrival?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it looks like those
Yes,
aliens.
it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Bro, that was
Damn, that's cool. I didn't think about that.
I watched a video yesterday on that and I was shocked. It was like sometimes we see them floating in the water without dragging their tentacles, but
Yeah.
we don't really know why.
Yeah.
And they had a theory as to why they do it, but they made it adamant that it's just a theory. They don't know
Yeah.
why they do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing looked wild. The pictures
Sea
I
life
saw,
is crazy, bro.
it's real crazy.
Sea life kind of freaks me out more than the ocean.
Did you see we finally reached the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah, I did.
That was cool.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of videos
But
and
like,
stuff that they had.
what part of the bottom of the ocean? Like,
I
I'm sure it's
forget what
not the
part exactly.
deepest part of the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
They said it was the deepest part of the ocean that they were doing it at. That's what they said. Whether they're capping or not, I don't know.
I mean, I
but-
don't think they're capping, but I feel like there's got to be another point that's
Yeah,
deeper somewhere,
yeah. There's
dude.
gotta be
Somewhere.
because there's no way in hell
Yeah.
we're ready for going. Which is crazy that we're more prepared to live in space than we are to even reach the deepest point
Yeah.
in our own oceans.
It almost feels like, I don't know, it almost feels like we're going a different route, bro. Completely different route.
What do you mean?
Like, as a civilization. Like,
Yeah, like
we could've-
you think we're living in a turning point, kind of.
yeah. I feel like
I agree with that.
it's weird, dude. It's like our final frontier, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, is space. But, like, what if we didn't call it a final frontier? And, like, what if our first final frontier, without thinking about space, was
Our
the
first
ocean?
frontier.
Yeah, our first frontier is
Yeah.
the ocean. You know, once we get the ocean excavated, whatever, we fucking look
Yeah.
at it, we go to space. You know, that's next.
I mean,
You know, but we're
I say
doing
fuck the ocean. We're already doing good shit with space. That's where our final destination is. I think we keep doing that.
You think that's where our final destination is?
I mean, I think so, yeah. Eventually, if we have a final that's the whole point. Elon trying to make us an interplanetary species.
Yeah.
Is that he doesn't want humanity to have a final destination.
Oh,
And
dude.
he thinks conquering our solar system is the first major step to us living on. He thinks if we stay on Earth, we're either going to run out of room or resources sooner or later, which is facts.
Yeah, it is.
I
A
just
lot of
thank
people
God.
say that like he should be putting that money into coming up with crazy inventions to fix the Earth, like taking.
I mean, I get
what is it,
where
carbon
they're
out the air, carbon dioxide. Is that what's polluting?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know.
something like that.
But
I get where people come from, but at the same time, it's I don't know, man. It's tough.
It is tough.
Because if Elon conquers Mars, then he's the president of that planet, basically.
Yeah.
And he can make rules there that go against the rules we have here. He doesn't have to abide by America's laws if he's on fucking Mars. If he colonizes Mars, then he can make that shit work better than we made Earth work.
That'd be sick.
It would be sick.
That'd
I
be
have high
super
hopes,
cool.
bro.
I do too. I have very high hopes. I'm more optimistic than pessimistic about
Yeah,
Elon.
for sure. I think you made a good point. I think right now we're kind of living in a turning point, and all change comes with chaos and negatives. You kind of gotta adapt and react, and bob and weave a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do think we're in a really positive turning point right now, and I think we should just put our heads down and push forward, stick it out. We're gonna make it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well,
All right. Well,
we're at an hour and a half.
yeah. Thanks everybody if you got this far. Thanks for clicking
Absolutely.
on it anyway.
Yep, I think this was a good one.
This was a great one.
Yeah.
Had a good time.
Yep, we'll listen back to it.
Yeah.
See what we feel. All right, man. That does it.
All right. Nice seeing you, bud.
You too.
Yep.
We'll do it again soon. Try to catch up for lost time.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening again.
This was Apex Prey.
Apex Prey.
Number whatever we decide.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Hell yeah, dude.